I was halfway through my second beer on a sunny Sunday afternoon when my phone started screaming. It was my old boss. The same man who had looked me in the eye 48 hours earlier and told me I was redundant. Visual, close-up of a hand holding a condensation-covered beer bottle, a smartphone vibrating violently on a wooden table in the background, sunlight filtering through trees. I was halfway through my second beer on a sunny Sunday afternoon when my phone started screaming. It was my old boss. The same man who had looked me in the eye 48 hours earlier and told me I was redundant. He didn't say hello. He didn't apologize. He just shouted, "Kevin, the entire system is locked. We're losing $2 million an hour. Give me the master password, now." I took a slow sip of my beer, leaned back in my lawn chair, and smiled. "Sorry, Bill," I said. "I don't work for free anymore. My name is Kevin. For 12 years, I was the senior systems architect at Global Core Solutions. I built the foundation of their entire cloud infrastructure. I knew every line of code, every server rack, and every security protocol like the back of my hand. I wasn't just an employee, I was the guy who stayed until 3 a.m. when the database crashed. I was the guy who skipped family vacations to handle the impossible migrations. I was loyal. I was reliable. And according to our new vice president of operations, I was way too expensive. Enter Tyler. 28 years old, fresh MBA, and a suit that cost more than my first car. Tyler didn't care about legacy knowledge or architectural integrity. He cared about one thing, the bottom line. Last Friday at 4:30 p.m., I was called into Tyler's office. Bill, my direct supervisor and a man I'd worked with for a decade, was sitting there looking at his shoes. "Kevin," Tyler said, not even looking up from his laptop. "We've been doing some optimization. We've realized that your department's payroll is significantly higher than industry standards. We're moving our systems to a managed service provider in Bangalore. Your services are no longer required. Effective immediately." I looked at Bill. He wouldn't meet my eyes. 12 years of loyalty, erased in 30 seconds. "What about the handoff?" I asked. "The master encryption keys? The quarterly maintenance cycle for the $50 million database?" Tyler let out a short, patronizing laugh. "Kevin, please. Our new partners have experts. I'm sure they can handle a few passwords. Just leave your badge and your laptop with security on your way out." I did exactly what I was told. I left. But here's the thing about experts and managed services, they don't know the quirks of a custom-built infrastructure. They don't know that I had implemented a rolling 48-hour security handshake. Every Sunday at 2 a.m., the system required a manual override from a physical security key that only I possessed. It was a failsafe I'd built to prevent remote ransomware attacks. By Sunday at noon, the system realized I wasn't there to give the handshake. The entire $50 million infrastructure went into hardlock mode. No one could get in. Not the new guys in Bangalore, not Bill, and certainly not Tyler. The company was a logistics giant. Every minute the system was down, trucks weren't moving, orders weren't being processed, and contracts were being voided. The bleeding was massive. That's when the phone call happened. After I told Bill I didn't work for free, Tyler grabbed the phone. "Listen here, you arrogant prick!" Tyler screamed. "This is sabotage. I'll have you in jail. You give me that password right now or I'll make sure you never work in this town again." I laughed. It was the most satisfying sound I'd ever made. Tyler read my contract. Page 14, Section 3. Any work performed outside of standard hours following termination shall be treated as independent consulting. You fired me, remember? I'm no longer an employee. I'm a private contractor. Fine. Tyler spat. What do you want? $500? 1,000? Just give us the code. My emergency Sunday rate is $50,000 per hour, I said calmly. Minimum 4 hours. Paid upfront via wire transfer. And I want a signed liability waiver stating that I am not responsible for any data loss that occurred during the optimization period. The silence on the other end lasted for 10 full seconds. I could almost hear Tyler's brain exploding. That's extortion, he finally choked out. No, Tyler. That's industry standard for a specialist you can't live without. You have 5 minutes. The rate doubles at 4 p.m. 3 minutes later, my phone pinged. A wire transfer for $200,000 had hit my account. A minute after that, a signed PDF waiver appeared in my inbox. I walked to my home office, plugged in my security key, and typed exactly 12 characters. The system hummed back to life. Bill called me 10 minutes later, sounding like he'd aged 20 years. "It's back up, Kevin." "Thank you." "Don't thank me, Bill. Thank Tyler's optimization plan. By the way, tell the board that if they want me back as a permanent consultant to train the new guys, my retainer starts at $250,000 a year. Non-negotiable." A week later, I heard the news. Tyler had been escorted out of the building by security. Apparently, the board didn't appreciate a cost-saving measure that ended up costing them $10 million in downtime and a $200,000 consulting fee for a guy they should have never fired. I'm now working 4 hours a week as their primary architectural consultant. I earn 3 times what I did before, and I do it all from my porch. Karma has a funny way of working in the world of IT. You can replace a laptop, you can replace a server, but you can't replace 12 years of knowing where the skeletons are buried. If you enjoyed this story of corporate justice, hit that like button. Have you ever been optimized out of a job only to have them beg for you back? Tell me your story in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe to Karma Unleashed for more stories where the bad guys finally get what's coming to them. And remember, the truth doesn't need to shout. It just needs to be recorded. All names and details in this story have been changed for privacy purposes.